Big game for Gilmer coming up.
Gilmer.
They're going to have a lot of fun. They had a fun last week. Took down Kilgore, which 24-22 was the score of that game. And so this week they've got Lindale. See, Lindale's in a lot of big games. Van a few weeks ago. I can't remember who they played last.
Big Bucks.
Maybe
over
Van
at
was last
Lindale.
week. So we're going to hear from Coach. Actually, we're going to hear from Darian Andrews, offensive lineman, and he and I talk about taking care of your quarterback.
Yes, sir. I think our quarterback is getting the ropes down. You know, he's a little newer, and I think our O-lineman is kind of understanding more about how we need to block and who we need to pick up in order to help our guys really shine and score for us.
Talk about how key it is, especially for offensive linemen, to communicate with your quarterback.
That's probably the most important part. We harp on that every day. Communication, I mean, it's every touchdown is either one block away, one miss guy. I mean, you could always score on the very first play. So communication is very key, especially if, like, we have quarterback. Let's say I'm on the left side, right? Okay. So we're always blocking for the quarterback's blind side. If we miss a guy over here and he gets smoked, we don't have a quarterback anymore. So communication is probably the most important thing.
Hey, Coach, got a chance to visit with one of your guys. Talk about his character.
Hey, Darian is a winner. He's a winner. He's one of those guys, he didn't grow up being one of the star players. He has worked his way into this position, starting left tackle for us. Not the biggest of the guys, but he's very intelligent, very cerebral, knows how to use his feet, knows how to use leverage, and plays with amazing effort.
Obviously, he was part of the key for the big win last week. Talk about that game. As I just mentioned, last week at this time, 0-2, you're like, hey, we're not going to panic. We kind of got this. Talk about the confidence this team has.
Well, these guys are battle tested. You know, they've going into the game the other night, that was 51 games that this year's seniors have played. 51 games in 3 years, 3+ years. Yeah. They've been in a lot of big games, and so they know better than to panic. They know to just play the next play the next game, trust the process, and things start to turn in the right direction, and that's what took place the other night.
All right, talk about your next big challenge ahead of you.
Oh, Lindale. Those guys, they battle every year. Every year that we play them, it's a war. Yeah. Great effort. They never go away. If you get ahead, it doesn't matter. They're just playing the next play. They have a program. Coach Cochran does an incredible job, and we know it'll be a tough game.
That was Coach Alan Metzel, and just a week ago Tuesday, he and I were talking about them being 0-2, and he said, yeah, I like to win, and they found a way to win, and this, again, they started off 0-2 last year. At one point in the season, they were 3-3. Wow. And so that's why the kids, whatever it is the coaches are selling, they are buying it, you know. Because they're, I mean, like, yeah, we did this last year, guys. And so now it's going to be really fun to see where they end up. Because they, like Chapel Hill, they've had a tough coming out the gate of the season. And so now things are kind of settling down, and they found their groove. It takes you like week 4 or 5 to finally find your groove at all levels of ball. So